I didn't really see a whole lot on the log today. The few aggravated assaults are various reports, some domestic, some other people threatened. We did have one guy that was stabbed. Seems to be, he didn't want to provide any information, so we're still working on that, but it seems to be lining up that it was probably a domestic. No arrest made on that. Burglaries, a lot of reports, apartments, houses, storage units that were entered. No arrests on any of those. Nothing really big out of the disorderlies. There's a kidnapping on the log that's not a kidnapping. As officers were investigating it, they found it was basically a child custody dispute. The report, just the way the system works, but they had initially created the report because they thought it was a kidnapping, and then you can't just delete the report, so that's why it shows up. So once they figured out it was child custody, there was no reports that were made. Larcenies, vandalisms they didn't have a chance to get to. There's a pornography, that's a report. The rape and sex offenses are both reports as well. No arrests on any of those. A couple of unattended deaths, but nothing suspicious with those. And 2 weapons violations. One involves juveniles, and the other was just a report about some information. So that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Can you expand on the stabbing at all? Like, what makes you guys believe that it would be a domestic, or what happened?
So the victim didn't want to provide information, but there were other people, and just talking to the other people, we're just piecing things together. So that's what kind of leads us to think that it was probably a domestic situation. And it happened inside the apartment. They found where that happened at. And so things are just lining up that direction. We still have more people to interview, but the injury was non-life-threatening injury.
Was there an arrest made on that?
No arrests made on that.
Do you guys have a suspect?
We have to figure out what happened first.
Okay.
So we're working on that.
We had several surveillance videos and pictures sent to the newsroom of people trying to get into cars or even breaking into cars in southwestern Sioux Falls. Do you have any information on that?
Well, I'll have to do some more checking, I guess, but I did see there was a couple of reports, southwest Sioux Falls. Looks like people, at least one, there was a window broken, and then they kind of mentioned there was other ones where people were trying to get into the cars. I don't think that they were successful in doing that, so I'll have to maybe do some further digging. I'm not sure if there's a whole bunch of them that were concentrated. I just saw 2 different reports just with a quick scan.
What should you do if you catch someone on camera, trying your door handles? What do you do with that information?
Yeah, the best thing people can do, I'll preface this by saying it's pretty common. We get a lot of people that will see this type of criminal behavior, somebody trying to break into a car. Sometimes it's just checking for unlocked cars, and that's very common. People, unfortunately, still leave their car unlocked, and there's other people that are checking cars. And it's a little bit more rare when they're going to break a window to take something, probably more rare where they just break a window and don't take anything, but those things happen as well. The prevalence of home security systems has really changed how we look at crime. A lot of crime has been captured now, and if people see something like that, they can submit that to Crime Stoppers. Those videos, that information gets sent right to detectives, and of course, as the reports are coming in, detectives are able to use that video to match it up and hopefully develop suspects. So it's kind of a long answer, but the best thing people can do is just report that. Crime Stoppers offers a way that they can submit it anonymously, and they have through their website or their app, they can submit videos or pictures. Anything else with that? Any other questions? Okay, thanks.